Hello everyone, my name is Frank and in today's video we will talk about the Siemens EQ Plus S100. I've been using this machine for the past 4 months. It's not a sponsored video, so I will tell you the goods, the bads and help you to figure out if this machine is the right fit for you. So I would say let's get started, turn this machine on and let's make some coffee. Before we start making coffee, I would like to explain more about this machine. So it offers 8 different programs. You see here large buttons which indicate the program. Here we have espresso, espresso macchiato, black coffee, cappuccino, cafe latte, latte macchiato, milk foam or hot milk, and hot water. Here on the left you can change the strength of the coffee and you can choose between 7 settings. And here on the right you can choose the volume of the coffee and you can choose between small, medium and large. You can just start brewing your cup by selecting which coffee you want. So let's make a normal coffee for now. I like it very strong and I select medium for the volume. Then I press start and the machine will start brewing. So there it is, the black coffee. It's not my first cup of coffee from this machine. I do need to say the taste is good. There's always a nice crema on the top. So no comments on that. It's also nice that the grinder is really quiet, so it does not produce too much noise. Compared to other models I've been using in the past, they can be quite noisy sometimes, so this is a big plus. And if you do like to make a cappuccino, you just place the tube inside a milk bottle, select your coffee, and the machine will do the job for you. Afterwards you do need to clean the tube, but this is pretty straightforward. I like the machine. It has a good build, even though everything is from plastic. It's easy to take out the leaking tray. It's also easy to take out the water tank here on the side. You just lift it like this. I think it's a 1.8 liter. Yeah, should be around there. I don't know exactly, but it's big enough. You do need to refill it if you drink a lot of coffee like we do in this household. Here is the grinder and you can change the grinding size as well, but to be honest I've never really done it because this setting was good for me. And what I also quite like is that you can take out the brewing group. So here on the side you find the brewing group and it's pretty easy to take it out. I'll show you if you can see it on the video. It's pretty easy to take it out and to clean it under the tap. I do prefer this compared to brands like Jura that have a fixed brewing group. So this way you can only clean it with the cleaning cycle and you can't really monitor the condition of the brewing group, which is the most important part of the coffee machine. So overall I do like the quality of the machine. Of course I've been only using it for 4 months, so I don't know how durable it really is, but it looks solid to me. The only downside is that you have to empty the coffee ground tray quite often. It's really small, so if you drink a lot of coffee then yeah, you will pretty often be notified to empty the leaking tray or the coffee ground tray, and that can be annoying at times, of course. And then about the interface, I do really like the interface. It's very easy to use, mainly because of the big icons. So you just select your coffee, you can select your strength and your volume very easily and start brewing your cup of coffee. So no comments on that. You could argue if the big icons look a bit outdated, but this is of course comes down to opinion and style. But it works, so that's the most important thing. The machine gives notifications when you need to empty the dripping tray or the coffee ground tray, or when the bean reservoir is finished, or when the water reservoir is finished. The only downside is for the water reservoir and the bean reservoir, it will only give this notification after you select your coffee and press start. So if you walk to the toilet, come back, there won't be any coffee because you need to refill your water reservoir or bean reservoir first. So that can be annoying. You just need to get used to it, and then over time it's not a problem. I did have a few times that I press my coffee, walk away, come back, and there's no coffee. So that's something to keep in mind. Last but not least, this machine lets you save your favorite settings. So you choose your coffee, save the strength and the volume. After saving it with just one touch here, you can brew your favorite coffee. This is nice, but the downside is you can only save one profile. So if you are a family with multiple preferences, yeah, it's quite a limitation because you can only save one profile. And now let's talk about the taste of the coffee. I did already let you know that I like the coffee. It does have a nice crema, and to show you this, I got a transparent cup. So let's brew a coffee again. We will do an espresso this time, and I like it to have a double shot. You can also do very strong, but I notice when you go for this option, the coffee tends to taste a bit bitter. So I prefer a double shot strong, because then it will grind the coffee twice instead of letting the water run through the same coffee ground. So it does take a bit extra time to brew this coffee since it has to grind twice, but it does deliver a cup that is more in balance. So let's make an espresso, but first I need to refill the bean reservoir. Of course I do that with freshly roasted coffee beans. There we go. Let's press start. And one more time. So here it is, the double espresso. As you can see, there's a nice crema on the top. Let's have a taste. It's good, it's nice and balanced, not so bitter. It's not a real espresso. If you like a real espresso that is very concentrated and thick, I would recommend a manual machine. With a fully automatic espresso machine, no matter if you have this brand or something else, it will be just a strong coffee, a strong small coffee. So it's not thick and it's not concentrated, but this is good enough for most people at home. The temperature is fine for me. You can choose between 3 settings. I have it on the lowest one and it's still hot enough. But if you like it hotter, then you can go to settings and change it as you wish. You can also change the volume of the different cup sizes. So the different cup sizes are small, medium and large. And in the settings you are able to change how many ml you want the different sizes to be. So overall I'm happy with the options and with the taste of the coffee. I would only skip the very strong strength option because the coffee tends to taste a bit bitter. So it's time to make some milk-based drinks, and with this machine you can choose between cappuccino, espresso macchiato, cafe latte and cappuccino. I will make a cappuccino. You simply just put the tube inside the milk package. Take a new glass. Let's select cappuccino. I'll like it very double shot strong. No, let's do regular, and I like the size to be medium, and then we press start. Here is the cappuccino. I think the cappuccino tastes good. The foam is of a decent quality. It does tend to be a bit stiff, so after you finish your cup of cappuccino there's always some foam on the bottom. But that's pretty normal for a fully automatic machine. So overall I'm quite happy with the cappuccino. The only downside for me is that you can only change the volume of the milk. You're not able to change the order, milk first or coffee first, and you're also not able to change the texture of the milk foam. After making a cappuccino, it's time to do the cleaning cycle. The machine will not remind you when to do it, so you have to remind yourself. But it's pretty straightforward. You remove the tube from the package. Then I usually put an empty cup below the machine and put the tube inside. Then I go to settings, cleaning. So you press OK. Let's start. This takes around 20 seconds and then the tube is cleaned. So I would recommend to do this after every cappuccino or every milk-based drink you make. So this is finished. After that you can place the tube back and pour the dirty water into the sink. Cleaning with this machine is very important and it does require some maintenance. First of all, it's an expensive machine, so you want to maintain it well so you can use it for a long time, but also to keep the taste of the coffee good. So with any fully automatic machine you buy, there is some maintenance to do. It starts with the brewing group. You open the coffee ground container. It is possible to make coffee with coffee grounds, but to be honest I haven't tried it because you buy this machine to make coffee with coffee beans, so I haven't really experimented with the coffee ground and how it tastes. But here's the brewing group. I already showed it to you before. This one you remove every 2 weeks or every month, depending how often you use the machine, and then you rinse it under the tap, and after that it's important to let it fully dry before putting it back. And next to cleaning the brewing group, we also need to follow the cleaning cycle, the general cleaning cycle and the descaling cycle. The machine will notify you when you have to do this. The general cleaning cycle, it's pretty straightforward. You place a cleaning tablet into the coffee ground container, close it, place an empty container under the machine and start the process. It will take around 20 to 25 minutes and the machine will give you instructions what to do. You can do something else in the meantime, so for me it's not a big problem. We need to descale. In this case you place a descaler liquid or tablet into the water reservoir with an empty container, and you rinse the machine one time with the descaler and one time with normal fresh water. And also in this case the machine will tell you exactly what to do. So no problem until here. My problem with this machine is that it will eventually block the machine if you don't follow up on time. So we drink quite a lot of coffee here, maybe 10 to 20 cups per day, depending if people are visiting or not. And we almost have to do the cleaning cycle and descaling cycle every week. Once it starts notifying you and you don't follow up within a day or two, then the machine will eventually be blocked. It will notify you that you can make an X amount of coffees before it will be blocked, but it is annoying if you have a busy week and you wake up in the morning and the first thing you got to do is descaling your machine, otherwise you just don't have any coffee. That's annoying for me because I just want to make coffee whenever I want, and I know eventually I will clean the machine. But yeah, maybe not everyone drinks 10 to 20 cups of coffee a day. We also don't use a water filter, so maybe if you do use a water filter you don't need to clean that often. But yeah, if you drink less cups of coffee a day, then maybe this is not an issue for you. So we came to the end of the video. I hope you liked it and I hope it helps you to make the right decision. I do like the machine. I think it looks pretty on the kitchen counter, even though for me the interface is a bit outdated. The coffee tastes good. I think the cappuccino over the milk foam is pretty good. Overall, the machine is very easy to use, and a big plus is that the grinder is really quiet. But like with any other machine, also this Siemens does have some disadvantages. One of them is that it blocks the machine if you don't do the descaling and cleaning cycle on time. And this is especially a problem if you do drink a lot of coffee a day. Maybe if you drink between 2 and 8 cups a day, then it will ask you to do this every 2 weeks, so I think it's still fine. But we had to do it every week, and the most annoying part is that it will just block your machine and there's no way around it. Another issue or downside is that you can only save one coffee recipe or profile. So if you are with a household with different preferences, this can be an issue. I do like the options you have and how easily you can change the strength and the volume. I think that's enough options and functionalities for most people. If you do like a lot of options and you want to change the order of the coffee and the milk, or you want to change the texture of the milk, then it's better to choose another machine. The display is fine for me, it works really good, but I can imagine it's a bit outdated for some people. If you fancy a nice touchscreen, then this machine is maybe not for you. But it works really well, so I think functionality is the most important thing, so I don't have an issue with it. So, this was the video about the Siemens EQ6 Plus S100. I hope you liked it. If you have any question or if you have feedback for this video, please make a comment under the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you decide to buy the machine, it will be really helpful if you do it through the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching and I wish you a good day. Bye bye.